You need more planted questions in the chat. People asking like, Hasan, how do I get a cute girl to care about my material conditions in the face of racism? Y'all are such nerds, dude. Okay, I take it back. It's not happening for any of you, okay? Yeah, dude, that's how we're going to solve this crisis, this messaging crisis. Okay. Hasan, nerdiest you've ever heard, okay? I saw a TikTok that addressed this so perfectly, and it's really funny because like there were people immediately in the comments being like, F you, he's talking about you actually. This is, hold on, let me see if I can pull this up real quick. I was thinking about this last night, and it's like a pretty big part of my method, my strategy, my outreach in general. Okay, here, I'm gonna let this run real quick.
I feel like if you can't talk to a group of teenage boys with like very extremist, crazy views and have them walk away like, that guy's pretty cool, you're not capable of leading a movement. Like, there's so many swaggerless, no charisma having ass out here thinking they can just debate their way into making people feel the way they feel about certain topics. It's like, nah, man, you can't be on TikTok live debating all day thinking it's gonna change the world, bruh. You gotta be a little cool, bruh. I don't know, man. Watch some football games. Get into like sports.
And a lot of you nerds don't get it. Look, never educate. Got it. No, dumbass. Education doesn't come from debate. Okay? Shut the up. He's right. He's 100p right. That's why whenever I collab with like the FaZe Boys or whatever, so many people chirp. They're like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I've heard them being insufficiently leftist. Excuse me. And it's like, yeah, there's a reason. When I do those collaborations, literally the entire chat's like, damn, Hasan is actually quite cool. I had no idea, because everyone's constantly telling me that he's the worst person that's ever existed on the planet. Be normal. It goes a very long way.
Anime. I don't know some.
You've never watched football a day in your life, not even football. Yeah, but he also talks about anime here. It's just like I have a lot of normal interests. That's my point. I love playing basketball. I love watching anime. These are things that are important, okay? I think we have forgotten what it's like to be normal and to talk to one another, even if you disagree with people. God damn. I can't believe how much I have to like communicate this to not only my audience, but just in general.
Some people actually like, stop being a nerd. I don't know. I feel like,
yeah, I said yes to this, and immediately, you need to take this advice, Goofy. He don't debate, bro. No, he don't. Yeah, you're right. Me and these other 700 people just wrong. Yeah, sorry, buddy. I forgot TikTok likes automatically validates your opinion. Go look it up yourself, bro. He debates every stream. You don't debate live on stream. What are you talking about? He destroys other people's videos and points. You don't debate him. God, nonsense in bio, opinion discarded. You don't even have a real argument. It's okay, man. He's talking about you, dude. He's talking about you, dog. Rogan was an MMA actor, comedian before begging on the internet. You were a Nepo baby UCLA frat boy. Was it Lambda Jank made you, but you failed because you're lame? Hasan, look at the mirror. You're basically as bad as Destiny at this point. You call people pig dog. What the is? I don't even know what the that's about. TikTok comments, dude. The people that like love debate, okay? Baby dog. People that love debate, and there is definitely a space for that, for sure. Okay? There's definitely a space for people that love debate. It's just you're going to convince a lot more people just by being normal and being a chill ass dude, okay? I've explained this a million times over. It's about creating permission structures, okay? The more you have, man. Yeah, I love this one when Jokic, Joe Star is Bizarro World Asmongold. That's my goat right there. TikTok comment sections like how you talk to Bradley, like how you didn't go aggro or too nerdy or embarrassing for not knowing basic stuff. Yeah, no. Did you ever do policy debate or any other kind of formalized debate in high school and or college? No. Okay? No. And you want to know why I didn't do that? Because that is nerdy as okay? It's nerdy as hell. That's the reality. Okay. No, I was not doing that. Like, there is a time and place and a space for debates. Okay. It's mostly for pure entertainment. You can actually change people's minds that way too. But like, the environment that fosters is going to be people making tutorials on how to find icks about you.
But post.
What? If you need to ick to detach from a certain sexy socialist streamer, here you go. What? I block Hasan every single account. He's on another type of fake ally. The whole Turkish thing, they all have went astray. Yes, but I think they have a strategy. What? My girl, you've released me. Thank you. What the is this? What is the ick?
Year-old man talk to an impressionable 20-year-old that way was really gross. Like, it's so gross. Also, knowing that Jason the Ween and him have large young male followings, that's the type of messaging he's putting out to young men constantly. It's not usually that direct, it's not usually that obvious, and usually, like I said, it's obfuscated by other political beliefs that you can agree with. But that was not cool. Like, he's still gonna keep going and pushing out whatever content he wants, and if you like that, you like that. If you're looking to detach because you don't like how he talks about things, might I recommend that one to just kind of be the final ick you need to fully detach.
What's your body count?
I have no idea.
Do you have like a notepad of everybody? No. Damn. So you
when I was young, like up to like the 20th, I think I had it.
okay? Higher or lower 100?
It's probably higher.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Have you ever gotten a STD?
No. Do you practice safe sex?
Oh, no, I don't use condoms.
That's not good, bro. I mean, I don't either, but
Oh shit!
at least get checked up. You get checked up?
I don't have sex. I lied.
Wait, what?
I don't have sex.
What about all the girls you're always hanging out with? You're lying.
I do have sex. I do get that a lot.
That was the ick. Me saying you should practice safe sex and get checkups. Like what? Or that I have that. Like, he presented it to me, and I literally, she's slut shaming you and saying Jason, a 20-year-old, is an impressionable young man as if he's a minor. Yeah. I mean, look, all I'm going to say is I feel like there's a lot of people who are, I don't know, antagonistic to my worldview. But I mean, this is the type of shit. I'll be honest with you. This is the type of shit that is like, you know, keep yelling into the void. But like that interview, ironically enough, was exactly what I was talking about, of me being just like a normal person. Okay. Yeah. It might be an ick for you, but I think that there's a lot of people that you didn't watch the whole thing. There was something in the beginning. No, I just assume it's like, it's just appeal. Yeah.
Just rampant misogyny. Okay. I got into him because I saw the clips online. They seemed good. I watched the streams and he's hot. Like, let's not deny that, you know, that's part of the appeal. Because he was so hot and because I believed in like a lot of the core political things he was talking about, I excused a lot of misogyny or just like let it pass by, right? But post-election, I'm not feeling it anymore. I'm not. It's very obvious that he has not done the work to interrogate, unpack, and rectify his own misogyny while he's espousing whatever political beliefs he has. Like, misogyny is integral to his political.
If I catch any of you dumb in her replies being annoying to her, I will shoot you out of orbit, okay? I will blast you into space on the first rocket ship to Mars. Don't you ever do that shit. I hate it so much when you guys go and brigade random, like, small-ass TikTok accounts. I hate it because I don't think they should face the severe repercussions of, like, drawing ire from my community. I despise that shit. Okay, there are people who are big boys and big girls who can, who say a litany of unhinged things, and you know who they are. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you the same thing about like Ben Shapiro, for example, right? But this is a random person on TikTok. I probably shouldn't have even looked at this video. As it's got like 900 likes or whatever in one day. I think it's odd that I think it's just like odd and awkward that this is like a major Like, this is like the type of thing that you're interested in doing, where you're like, hey guys, I know we have a crisis of facing young men and trying to get them on the side of progressive politics, but there is a guy who has done that successfully for the past 6 years, and I think we should comb through his political conversations or even non-political conversations with young men with massive young male audiences, and then comb through it and be like, you are not sufficiently woke in this process. And then the thing that she posts and the thing that she presents is like me being myself. Like, I'm sorry. Yes, dude. I don't have qualms. I'm sorry that like you think it's gross that I have had sex, you know? Jesus Christ. It's not like something that I present personally or flex personally. I'm not like, yeah, I a lot. Like, I don't do that. I'm an incel, okay? I'm a involuntarily celibate person. Central Committee, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Central Committee is back, okay? Anyway, that's the whole problem. That's the problem. People don't understand. Like, everyone just thinks like, no, actually, what we have to do, don't worry, as I'm misogyny is why I stayed in the community. That's what I'm talking about, baby. I don't know why this feels like she's projecting some sort of parasocial something here. The thing is, I do have a healthy dose of misogyny, certainly. Like, I'm a man, okay? And yes, at times, I do have a tendency to say certain things that are misogynistic, and I recognize it, and I try to dial it back, okay? That's the reality is, that's the best expectation. You know what I mean? What the don't lower your standards. That's not what I'm saying at all, okay? If that's not for you, and that's fine. I have a mostly male audience, okay? A lot of white dudes in here. Ironically enough, a lot of white dudes that happen to fit the mold of the people that the Democratic Party has left behind. I'm in a space that is dominated by white dudes, okay? Young white men. This is all it is. This entire space is young white men. Be normal. Make sure that I think people cannot address their own view of aesthetic versus actual material issues. I think this is a case where a bro guy talking about sex is all being essentialized as misogyny. And that is a part of the issue with why libs can't message to young men who are open to progressive messaging. I know. You do that people are going to be like, what the are you saying? Especially if you do that to someone like myself. Okay? I didn't say I'm young. I'm saying that like my audience is younger white men in general. Nah, that's unnecessary capitulation. You're a bozo sometimes, but I'm misogynist. Don't give the chirpers anything. They're bad faith. No, there's definitely moments where I say shit that is like definitely misogynistic. I recognize it. Sometimes I'm like being sarcastic and it reads as me being like openly and overtly misogynistic, and that happens quite a bit. But like ultimately, I spend a whole great deal of time, advocating for women's rights. I don't know what the you're saying. If you're like, oh, it gave me the ick that they're not mad they're mad you admit you don't use condoms. In my opinion, kind of valid. Should have admitted that to an impressionable audience, but this is over the top from her, Lamau. I mean, first of all, yes, I'm not gonna get into this. Yes, I do use condoms. Okay, of course I use condoms. When you're, I don't want to talk about my private life, and I usually don't talk about sex in general. Okay, I think it's stupid to talk about it. As a woman in here, I'm gonna make myself lunch while you guys debate this. It feels better. Pregnancy is a skill issue. True.
Young men ages 17 to 21-ish, I'm being so genuine right now, it does not have to be this way. There are entire industries built around getting you to misdiagnose the causes of your loneliness and insecurity.
Chat's kind of proving why there isn't a Joe Rogan on the left. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's funny to look at two grown-ass men having a conversation that is like so normal and infinitely more progressive than the type of shit that normally goes on, and being like, that's the shit. Go watch a Fresh and Fit video, dumbass. The do you mean? They're over there advocating on like medieval methods of torturing women and shit, and you're over here being like, well, you said you like to have sex without a condom because it feels better. Yeah, dude, you're right. You're right. I do. Shut the up. How crazy. Ironic, because that conversation, I was like literally telling Jason, okay? Ironically enough, I was telling him, I was giving him advice. Like he was asking my advice about like his relationships and what to do. In that larger conversation, I explained to him that like it's definitely healthier to no longer be in a relationship. Like a lot of relationships like fall apart. Okay, a lot of relationships sometimes fall apart for good reason, and then like trying to pick that back together is oftentimes not the productive thing to do. You know, life is better when you move on. Yada yada yada. But no, sex without condoms. I can't believe this 33-year-old man is talking about sex to a baby girl who is only 21 years old or 20 years old. Is crazy.
And seek out help for those problems, seek out treatment for that stuff from people who only look to exploit you for power, from people whose entire business models or election strategies or whatever are built entirely around getting you to continue feeling that way and then directing your subsequent.
As a woman, I hate that most women dislike you is because they heard one thing and assume 50 more things after that. I don't think most women dislike me. I have a pretty solid base of female watchers as well. It's wild. And ultimately it doesn't matter. It's the same principle all the way down. Okay. My job is to de-radicalize people. That is the number one thing I'm here to do. So what do I always tell trans folk, for example, sometimes when I'm talking about trans issues, that's not for you. That's for transphobic people. Okay. And I tell my black Hasan heads when I talk about issues that pertain to the black community, that's not for you. You already know that. You're black. You know, this is for a white guy who's never heard of that before, who's never heard an alternative perspective. You know, it's not for you. You know that already. It's your existence. And the same thing goes for like misogyny as well and women's rights as well. It's crazy. And there's not much I can do in terms of like overcoming the aesthetics. And it's especially funny because like those broy aesthetics is partially why I have such a large community that is relatively diverse, right? Why don't you have more blacks on the stream? Oh, come on. The weakest bait of all time. You're so stupid. Take an hour off for this dumbass take, okay? Chatter said blacks. Also, the do you mean? That, what do I always tell you? That's always a losing argument when someone says, why don't you have more black people on the stream? And then we just start naming black people. It's like, what the it's so dumb. Shut up, idiot. No, that person is doing don't do the whitest thing. The whitest thing you can do, which is to immediately start naming black people, okay, that have been on the stream. It's so dumb. No, you don't understand. That is a trap, okay? And black chatters such as that one that said, why don't you have more blacks on the stream, okay, obviously are doing that as bait, as a joke, as a meme, even though I banned them for an hour, okay? And they're saying that as a joke. But then when you respond with like, you know, in the most Caucasian way possible, you go, oh, here are all the black people that have been on the stream in the past week. Like you're being super Caucasian, okay? As a woman, it's not the condom part, it's the term body count specifically because it gets used against women, but you didn't bring it into the conversation. Jason did. Yeah, also, I have routinely talked about how under a patriarchal structure, the body count conversation doesn't harm men, or even objectification doesn't harm men in the same way that it harms women. So the are we talking about? Go find someone else to yell about, you know? That wasn't a black chatter. We don't say blacks. No, the chatter was joking when they said that. They were very clearly baiting. They weren't being serious. They were doing the meme, the common meme that people go, why don't you have enough? Yeah, you literally talked about it on the Fear M pod yesterday. I know, it's so dumb. Look, man, I'm sex positive. If you got an issue with that, you know, you got an issue with that. There's not much I can do about it.
anger or rage or intense feelings, desire for action, whatever, in directions that suit their needs, that further their causes. That's all you are to them. There's a lot of people that are too far gone, completely convinced that happiness is going to trickle down once we get this guy another term and we accomplish all these things on like a macro national scale. I, tomorrow as an individual, will wake up feeling fulfilled. The hollow feeling inside me will be gone. That is never going to happen. And for all of the people who are like on the fence, undecided, floating around, looking for something real to grab onto, that is my message to you. You are never going to fix your anger or your loneliness or your insecurity by joining a movement that specifically recruits you for feeling that way and then is fueled by the continuation of those feelings. It's not going to happen.
Activists campaigning for the release of January 6th rioters pop champagne outside the DC jail. Oh yeah, Dhoni's got some pop off stuff. I mean, he's got content lined up for years at this point now. But yeah, Jokic Joestar,
The solutions
my
that you're
goat.
looking-
Okay, love him. This was posted before the election.
I love all the Democrats telling me that I'm the single issue voter and that if Kamala Harris loses in November, it's my fault. You guys are supporting.
Okay. I don't want to get further into this stuff. All right, we got. As a woman, what rubbed me the wrong way was deciding to broadcast Bring It Up now during the Hasan is anti-Semitic campaign. Like, sure, we can have this convo. Seems like weird timing. Yeah. First of all, once again, like there is a level of like there is a level of misogyny that I sometimes will demonstrate. Overall, I am a feminist and I am an advocate for women's rights. That much is clear. But having said that, I'm far from perfect. Okay. That's something that I readily recognize. But in terms of like anti-Semitism, that's ridiculous. Okay. Like I would say that it is probably, it is so unimaginably ridiculous. It's like saying I'm transphobic. Okay. Get the out of here, dude. Like that's, and me even recognizing that is just me demonstrating that I am self-aware and I try to do my very best, right? And ironically enough, all of this shit people chirp at me about in terms of like my unrestrained like ableism, misogyny, sexism, transphobia, anti-Semitism, like 98% of people would be massive fans of mine if I actually was that, okay? The people that are saying that are cynically saying it for the most part. They just have like, usually they have a disagreement with one political opinion or the next, and then they just like kind of couch their criticism in something else, like a broader point. It is what it is, you know? I like how understanding and normal you are about this stuff. Twitter from like 2017 era made me so afraid of saying something wrong by accident. I like they have a grounded approach. Yeah, because I understand people are perfect, you know? As a Jewish person, I understand the difference between criticism of an entire group of people versus the government that represents them. You are 100% not anti-Semitic. Jew brawn lames. Excuse me, Jew brawn lames. That is an unacceptable username. Okay? I read the first part and I was like, haha, that's funny. And then I saw the last part and I thought to myself, well, someone is being a little racist. Change your name. Baja blast my brains out. Thank you for the 10 community gifted subs. Wait, when have you been genuinely misogynistic? No, it's not like there's different layers to it. Okay. There's different layers to misogyny. You have to understand, like I'll give you an example. Okay. Sometimes I pop off on like conservative women, right? Like calling Marjorie Taylor Greene ugly. Okay. Which she is. Like she is a freak. Okay. She looks like a goddamn Titan from Attack on Titan. Now that technically is misogynistic. Why is it misogynistic? I say men are ugly too. Doesn't matter. It impacts women differently. It undermines women. Women are supposed to, it comes with a lot of baggage. Okay. It comes with a lot of baggage. The baggage is systematic forms of oppression that I am using against a woman. So some people are going to see that and go, he's being misogynistic there. I have been undermined in the past because I don't fit certain, standards of beauty, and men have undermined me in the past for that reason. Is the immediate feeling that a lot of people are going to have. I guess it's a bit of a microaggression, or maybe even a macroaggression. It's just an aggression. right? That right there is a inherently misogynistic statement. Okay. That rant clip of you during the Tate debate time was big on TikTok. Or here, I'll give you another example. When I say a mom to a chatter, okay, people are going to read that as misogynistic. And to a certain degree, it is. Okay. And it's true. That's where the it's not people saying like you're misogynistic because like you want to control what women can and can't do to their bodies or anything like that. Like the unrestrained, unrestricted misogyny online ranges from the likes of people being like, lol, get back to the kitchen jokes, okay, to women, and they mean it when they say it, all the way to like the Nicholas Fuentes who is celebrating and like going crazy on his live stream on the night of the election coverage, where he is like celebrating the fact that your body my choice, your body my choice. Like that is like the highest level of misogyny in my opinion. That's like you've reached like maximalist, a maximum position, As a woman, the way you discuss topics can sometimes feel abrasive, especially since many of us are conditioned to respond better to softer, more indirect communication. Your approach is, this is how it is, which works with the guys, but I can feel a bit blunt for some women. It's not that you're rude, just that the directness can be off-putting at times. Yeah, I know. I understand that, right? I get that. But I can't change myself. Like, I can only restrain certain aspects and re-examine my approach, but I'm not going to become like a fake ass male feminist archetype from like 2016. Okay. Like, ooh, I just not who I am. It's not going to happen. I think the disconnect is between people from inherently liberal circles and those from more conservative backgrounds. Yeah. Like I have found me being my authentic self to be relatively successful in converting people away from reactionary politics. And that absolutely pertains to, people re-examining the patriarchy and the systems of oppression that come and undermine women with regular frequency. And that is, but you can stop talking about MGT being not. Now you're making excuses instead of introspection. Please stop this. Yes. First of all, I don't think MGT is or not is ever been a real question. Okay. No, I just say she's horrible to look at. Okay. She is horrifying. She's a monstrous piece of shit that also ends up reflecting the way she looks. Her insides have turned out, You're the one who is making it seem like whether she is sexually attractive or not. I'm not talking about that. A lot of people on the left also need to understand that, you got to be, look, if you have, everyone has a different thing. Everyone has a different layer of acceptability. Okay. Everyone has a different thing. Like everyone has a different limit, right? If your upper limit is like me being like MGT looks like a Titan and you're like, wow, this is the most like unrestrained misogyny I've ever heard, then yeah, I'm not going to be for you. This is not the content. It's far from the most significant thing I talk about, right? It's far from the most significant part of my commentary, but there's like 98%. If you agree with 98% of the shit I say, she looks like an unethical dog breed. If you got issues with that sort of commentary, then yeah, this is not a space for you. You can find other places that are infinitely more understanding, infinitely more open-minded to that sort of sentiment. But like, online bitching at Hasan, but voted for Trump and has a crusty boyfriend. No, a crusty boyfriend who voted for Trump. Yeah. She's not going to do that. I think you've made your point. Now the only people disagreeing are going to be the people who have a horrible time interpreting what you're directly saying. Yeah. The funniest thing you said was when you said she was going home to celebrate something with a Kong full of peanut butter. I think that was, did I say that or did Felix say that? Okay. All right. What is this?
Like dude that likes Trump but is only into liberal women. It's a lot like being in the closet. Because it's like they're going to ask you about it eventually. And you have to say what we all say, which is, yeah, I don't really follow politics. But like There's levels to this, man. You got to be discreet. You got to be really good at it. And it's not that hard once you get used to it. You just like lie a lot. If you can just lie really well to liberal women and just like make them think that you aren't really into politics.
Dog, I think everyone from 7 miles away, unless they are car crash victims, can directly clock you as a conservative and maybe even other okay? Like, come on, dude. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, lie to women. One thing that people always tend to forget is that, like, listen, you know, we're pro women here, but that doesn't mean all women are, you know, well equipped with a radar or even care about your internal politics. Some broads are dumb, okay? Many men are dumb. And certainly some women can be dumb too, you know? They're going to fall for you regardless. What is this idea? Like, pretty sure everyone can tell exactly where you're coming from. And some people are overlooking that because, you know, they've given up. Oh,
Politics and everything works out. It's totally fine.
Of all the things.
Has anyone thought about the fact that a man saying they don't like Donald Trump is probably going to be a lie they use to get women?
that's crazy. It's true. Oh, Jesus Christ. God damn. That didn't take much. Okay.
Has anyone thought?
I think, I'm going to be honest with you. I think like we got, God, I'm worried, dude. We are reaching the peak of gender wars. I think this scary stuff happening. Okay, is also usually not like the truth. Okay, that's the other thing. It's just not the truth. So many people will say this in a heated moment, in a passionate moment, and then go and date like a Trump supporter who is the most racist man you have ever encountered. You know what I mean? That's it. That's what's so annoying. It's like all the. I had a pop off moment for this inconsistency when I was talking about like, I don't know, like a Stan account for Harry Styles talking about like men and the choices that men make in terms of like you know, people's bodies or whatever. And it's like, well, you're Stan account for Harry Styles. Like, you like the way he looks. Like we often have the capacity to refuse to look at our own personal imperfections and just kind of have this like outward presence of infallibility. We're like, oh, these people are not perfect. Like, they have stupid ass opinions that I don't agree with. And many of them are stupid, right? But you have some stupid ass opinions too. We all do. Anyway. Remember when you clocked this Trump supporter?
Somebody said I look like a gay guy that would vote for Trump.
You don't even look like a gay guy. You look like just a guy that would vote for Trump.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Hasan has this like camo sweatshirt merch.
Yeah, but it's like
No, but
patched
I
up
get
and
dirty
stuff.
looks when I land in California because they think that I'm like neurotic conservative dude that's like wearing camo. But anyway, yeah, I do have a lot of privilege. So much so that people don't even believe that I'm gay when I tell them. Not until I am inside of them do they understand.
Yeah. It's
Somebody
so funny
said-
because I saw some comments. Bet they both voted for Trump. I could tell you Hasan did for sure. I did not, however. You piece of shit. Yo, this son of a bitch. Oh my God. This is slander, bro. I'm suing your ass, okay? I'm done. I'm done with this monster. What the hell, dude? How dare you? Chill, brother. I told you that in confidence. Why are you telling people? I told you that as a friend, Austin. I campaigned. Always thought Austin was a Trumpy. I campaigned for Kamala Harris. Was at the DNC. Interviewed Bernie Sanders and phone banked. I campaigned for Kamala. I was at the DNC. Yeah. Well, so was I. You asshole. And I voted for Donald Trump in your mind. So how does that work? Anyway. Okay. Lolo's message to Austin. What? Post has been deleted. Speaking of gender wars, what do you think about trad wives being an idea sold to women and more people are biting? A lot of trad wife videos are oftentimes not even explicit about it. I keep seeing it more and more. I mean, a lot of women have unimaginable levels of internalized misogyny. And I think that trad wife stuff is so perfect because one, it leans into that. Okay. On the train, watching Hasan the Hun stream, and he keeps pausing it at the worst frames of Jack. I feel so bad, but it's so funny. He's just sitting here being upset about it. Oh, that's hilarious. I also call him Bizarro Asmongold, which is not great. I mean, I really like him. I really like him a lot. Hasanabi thinks the trad wife stuff is perfect. No, my point is, if you have internalized misogyny, okay, as a woman, and you see the trad wife, you're like, damn, I don't want to work. Work sucks. Like it quite literally flips the class position on its head. You know what I mean? Especially because they're showcasing like this traditionalist lifestyle in all of its glory when it's like there's a whole bunch of stuff that just absolutely sucks about it. You know what I mean? It's just the aesthetic allure of not having to work and thinking that like work at home, you know, maintaining a home is going to be much better than going to work for some ass boss. It is pretty funny though, because, you know, I think everyone is basically looking for the same thing.
You are gay, 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 you are gay.
Yeah, I wonder why he deleted that TikTok. Yeah, trad wife is displayed as idealistic. Most of her is subject to 9 possible standards, so I could say either sex could use a break in many respects. What? Are you talking about the 4B shit? Unemployment hitting Lolo hard? Yeah, he posted a photo of Yahya Sinwar, and I texted him this tweet, and I was like, bro just gave up on the job search. I was like, he's done. He just gave up on that shit, dude. The f are you doing? Bro has a better understanding of America than most Americans.
Trump winning the election.
He's a goose.
Why?
He's too arrogant.
What do you think about his policies?
Well, he hasn't got any. I think change would have been good, seeing a female. She probably would have got up if she had more time to get out and, you know, do her thing. But unfortunately, they cut their losses too late. And Trump, God help us all. He's going to get democracy the way he thinks it should be running.
Which is?
How he sees things to be running. He's going to try and change the democracy of America. Don't worry about that. You know, man, they all say that their sovereignty and all that's all safe. But he will fucking try his hardest to change things slowly. I don't even know why Frick isn't even in jail. He should be in jail like anyone else that does that shit.
Well, thank you for your opinion, sir.
No worries. But on the bright side, he's just a wanker. Putin and all that, they'll be back rubbing their hands, happy that he got in, you know, thinking that everyone will be saying, well, democracy doesn't work.
You think Putin's happy that he got in?
Of course they all are. In running office, you can't even run his own business, mate. So how's he going to run the country? God help the rest of the world. Seriously, because he's just a dickhead.
He's a dickhead. You talked about it years ago. Yeah. Trad wife TikTok. I also think trad wife TikTok is like sex work for the most part. It literally is. Like for most people, for most like trad wife TikToks, like it's watched almost entirely by men who treat it as like, I mean, it's sex work. It's like sex work for conservatives, right? It's like OnlyFans content, softcore. It's fetish. If it's sex work, you support it then. I mean, I think the trad wife content is again a fantasy, and I have no issues with it. But if you think that it's like going to save you or some shit, then yeah, I'm gonna tell you that is probably not the case. The entire purpose of feminism is like, if you want to do that shit, you can do that shit. Go off, you know? It's more so about like not restricting people. I remember that video. That's when I started watching you. Oh God, maybe I should have never done that. No, I'm just kidding. Like, that's such a liberal feminist take. What do you mean? It's a normal take. Dude, the f are you talking about? If someone wants to be a stay-at-home mom, then yeah, great. You know, what the f what do you think? I'm like, no, get back to the salt mines? Like, you think that's my attitude? No, you also have to work at a marketing job, okay? You also need to get a PR degree, a communications degree, and go work in some dumbass PR firm, okay? No, like, if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. It's great. Who cares? The entire point is women should still have the choice to choose whichever path they see fit, okay? I'm for equality. I hate y'all. Supporting the degradation of women through sex work is pretty misogynistic. Degradation of women? Dude, at the end of the day, is other women that are going to tap into it and be like, that's great for me. I like that. I'm going to do that. Like, what are you talking about? I do not support any kind of systematic restrictions that stop women from going to the professional workforce and pursuing a career. The 2016 too, we're having sex work discourse. Yeah. Swerves have been so loud lately on TikTok. No, now that the gender wars is coming, the gender wars have been, it's been getting worse and worse overall. It's going to get choice feminism isn't real feminism. The majority of porn degrades women. Yeah, I'm not having this conversation. You're right, dude. Okay. I don't want to have this conversation. It's so boring. You guys literally end up handshaking with the grossest incels, by the way. Yeah, we're going to do cum retention. Like, good luck. Have fun. Yeah, no more gooning. BRB dusting off my women's study degree. Yeah. At least according to the sex workers I talk to, they feel more degraded during retail than they did in a strip club. So, and have more protections. Now, that is not the case for every single sex worker. Okay. I would never say that. But you often forget, oh my God, I'm diving into it again. I'm diving into the sex work discourse. Oh my God, it's so 2016. Yeah, this is the reason why Donald Trump won or Donald Trump lost. You talk to sex workers who are millionaires? No, I don't. The f are you talking about? No. Yeah, every stripper in Ohio is a millionaire. There's literally strippers in this community, dumbass. You think they're caking? You think they're caked up? Anyway.